Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the English Daily Book Summary YouTube channel. In order to not stop learning, listen to an English book summary every day for free.
Caroline Adams Miller. Big Goals. Setting them, achieving them, and creating your best life. In 2005, the author Caroline Adams Miller had a breakthrough moment while studying positive psychology at the University of Pennsylvania. She encountered the work of Edwin Locke and Gary Latham on goal-setting theory, or GST, a science-backed framework that transforms how people set and achieve goals. Inspired by its potential, Miller made it her mission to share these ideas with others. Now, 15 years after publishing her first book, she's felt a renewed urgency to distill this knowledge into a practical, impactful guide. She sees it as a valuable response to a world grappling with a growing need for resilience and meaningful goal setting. This contribution takes the form of the Bridge methodology, a way of turning GTS into a series of actionable steps that can help anyone better realize their goals. The reasons we need better strategies. There's no shortage of self-help books out there trying to motivate you to achieve your goals. But the fact is, most of them are either incomplete in their approach or simply founded upon ideas that haven't been proven effective by any serious research. And yet, perhaps now more than ever, we need an effective strategy for accomplishing our goals in life. Many millennials grew up in environments that minimized competition and protected them from failure, leaving them unprepared for life's inevitable challenges and setbacks. Social media, with its images of curated perfection, has only added to rising rates of anxiety and depression, particularly as young adults navigate the pressures of work and relationships. Meanwhile, women in midlife often struggle with diseases of despair, with symptoms like depression and a loss of purpose. And this too comes from having a lack of tools to set and pursue fulfilling goals. For the most part, women have been left out of the equation when it comes to achieving goals in the modern professional landscape. This gets to the larger point. While traditional advice about achieving goals, like making vision boards or writing lists, may inspire, it often fails to address the deeper science of success. Academic research offers valuable insights, but is frequently limited to isolated aspects of goal setting, leaving gaps in practical application. Women and other underrepresented groups face additional barriers, shaped by societal expectations and workplace biases. More inclusive strategies are essential for addressing these challenges and unlocking the potential of diverse individuals. Now is the time to reimagine success. By blending lessons from the past with cutting-edge research, we can create a future of goal setting that is inclusive, sustainable, and deeply human. It's not just about climbing higher alone, but about building bridges that elevate everyone, creating lives and workplaces filled with purpose and possibility. In the next section, we'll look at how we can build that new vision on the foundation of goal-setting theory, a methodology that has a basis in the science of human behavior. The goal-setting theory. The story of goal-setting theory, or GST, begins with the psychologist Edwin Locke and Gary Latham, whose groundbreaking research transformed our understanding of motivation. Locke, entering the field during psychology's behaviorist era, argued that mindset matters just as much as actions. His studies revealed that challenging, clear goals yield better outcomes than vague or easy ones, with feedback serving as a critical tool for improvement. Meanwhile, Dr. Latham applied these principles in practical settings, further proving that ambitious, well-defined goals were the key to high performance and pride in one's work. Together, they built a framework based on specificity, challenge, commitment, and feedback. Principles that drive success across diverse fields. GST thrives on simplicity, aiming for something just out of reach and taking deliberate steps to achieve it. Whether you're mastering a new recipe or preparing for a high-stakes presentation, clear and challenging goals make the difference. The theory also links closely with self-efficacy, the belief in one's ability to overcome challenges. The research has found that success often stems not from chasing happiness, but from cultivating it first. By fostering this "I can do it" mindset, through small wins, mentorship, or staying composed under pressure, individuals can bolster their creativity and commitment, paving the way to success. However, poorly planned goals can lead to disaster, as illustrated by infamous corporate failures like WeWork, Theranos, and Enron. These stories share common threads: lofty but unsustainable promises, unethical practices, and a refusal to confront warning signs. The fallout extended beyond financial losses, not only damaging lives but, in some cases, costing them. These cautionary tales underscore the importance of transparency, humility, and strategic planning when pursuing ambitious goals. Societal norms also influence goal-setting success, especially for women. Women often face a double standard, where qualities like generosity or ambition are judged differently than for men. Feedback, too, can be harsher or less constructive, creating additional emotional barriers. These inequities, whether overt or subtle, can undermine even the most determined individuals, all of which tells us we need a more nuanced approach. For the rest of this blink, we'll look at the author's Bridge method, which builds on GST and puts it into action. Bridge stands for brainstorming, relationships, investments, decision-making, grit, and excellence. By aligning aspirations with reality, the Bridge approach ensures that goals are not only inspiring, but also achievable, enabling success built on a foundation of scientific research and human nature. Purposeful questions and meaningful relationships. So let's get into the details of the Bridge method by looking at the first two sections: brainstorming and relationships. Brainstorming in this context is about asking yourself a bunch of important questions and using the answers to building a framework for success. Much like how organizations define their purpose, you can add focus to your efforts by grounding your aspirations in something meaningful. So ask yourself, what is my purpose? Another way to think of it is like the Japanese concept of ikigai, or that which I wake up for. What gets you going in the morning? What could serve as your personal North Star? Once purpose is identified, the next step is dreaming big. Asking, what is the dream, opens up possibilities and fosters creative thinking. Unlike the pressure associated with goals, dreaming allows for open exploration and hope. A good tool here is journaling. Spend 3 days musing about your best possible future self and write down what comes to mind. By imagining the perfect outcome, you can create a vivid picture of what you want and align your aspirations with actionable steps. When your goals start to come into focus, now is also the time to ask, is your goal a performance goal, one that you can break into actionable steps, or a learning goal, which requires identifying skills and knowledge you need to acquire? Let's say you want to master salsa dancing. A vague plan like watching TikTok videos won't cut it. Instead, setting a clear and challenging goal, such as researching 5 local dance studios and choosing one within a week, is far more effective. Think about how you can create specific deadlines and metrics that will help measure growth and keep you on track. Now is also the time to think ahead and ask, what can go wrong? Imagining potential crises, like supply chain breakdowns or internet outages, allows for contingency planning. Tailor your strategies to your context. Reach out to people and get advice from those with similar experiences so that your goals are realistic. This leads us to relationships. Surrounding yourself with positive, supportive individuals creates a phenomenon known as the heliotropic effect, which can significantly boost your chances of success. The right people can be catalysts and nourishers who encourage and energize you. The wrong people, on the other hand, can be inhibitors and toxins who drain your motivation. Identifying and prioritizing uplifting relationships is a crucial step towards staying focused and resilient. There's a visual tool called a relationship mind map, which can help prioritize meaningful connections while weeding out negativity. So try sketching out a mind map of all the people you'll need to achieve your goal, from colleagues to collaborators. This exercise can help you to prioritize your time and focus your energy on truly meaningful connections. The main point here is to build a circle of people who not only chase their dreams, but are ready to believe in yours too. Making investments and smart decisions. The I in the bridge method stands for investments. In this case, that means understanding that achieving big goals requires smart and deliberate investments of time, energy, and resources. Let's look at a couple good examples. The British golfer Matt Fitzpatrick stands at 5'9" and lacks the natural physical attributes of many elite golfers. Knowing this, Fitzpatrick developed a personalized strategy to compete at the highest level. He adopted a data-driven approach, tracking every shot he made in practice and tournaments, analyzing variables like weather and course conditions. Supported by a team of experts, including coaches, a nutritionist, and a mental strategist, he used this meticulous system to improve incrementally. By age 29, Fitzpatrick was ranked 6th in the world. Deliberate practice and tailored investments pay off. There's an oft-repeated theory that all you need is an investment of 10,000 hours to master a skill, but that's only half of it. What's most important is the quality of those hours. Deliberate, smart practice, like Fitzpatrick's dynamic training routines, are key to achieving your goals. Strategic planning, budgeting, and seeking innovative solutions can help turn aspirations into actionable realities, even for those with limited means. Another example of this is Greg McDonough. Greg is both a busy entrepreneur and an Ironman competitor. He has found a way to thrive by focusing on what he calls his genius work. These are tasks where he can personally add the most value, and outsourcing the rest. Whether it's hiring professionals to run his podcast or relying on services to transport his gear, he meticulously plans his resources. The result? Tangible progress toward his dreams. Thoughtful preparation beats winging it every time. Smart decision-making is equally crucial, as it's the D in the bridge method. Working in opposition to good decisions are two factors: hidden biases, which can result in systematic errors like favoring familiar ideas over better ideas, and noise, which is when various factors can result in inconsistent judgments. You can think of it this way: a scale that always shows a consistent inaccuracy represents bias, while one that fluctuates unpredictably reflects noise. Noise is what happens when a judge issues vastly different sentences for similar crimes based on mood, or when doctors provide different diagnoses for the same condition due to fatigue or inexperience. Loan officers, HR professionals, and quality control inspectors can all make inconsistent decisions due to random variability or noise. But you can take steps to question your own biases and conduct a noise audit to identify patterns in your choices. Take 1 week to track your choices to see if there are any inconsistencies. This exercise can help you identify moments when fatigue, stress, or other external factors skew your judgment. With awareness and planning, you can overcome cognitive traps to create a blueprint for achieving big goals. By focusing on preparation, surrounding yourself with the right people, and making thoughtful, consistent decisions, you can tackle even the most daunting challenges with confidence and clarity. Good grit and good pushing. We've now arrived at the final 2 steps in the bridge method: grit and excellence. You may have heard a lot about grit over the past few years. In her popular book of the same name, author Angela Duckworth describes grit as the ability to push forward through challenges without needing immediate rewards. In that sense, grit is more than resilience. It's the combination of passion and perseverance that drives people to stick with meaningful, long-term goals. When considering this kind of passion, it's important to recognize the difference between good grit, which inspires others and focuses on worthy goals, and stupid grit, which ignores feedback and can harm relationships. Examples like Elon Musk's intense drive at Tesla and Amazon's relentless productivity culture highlight how unchecked grit can lead to burnout, toxic work cultures, and unintended consequences. Forget about the kind of hustle culture that prioritizes success at any cost. Instead, balance grit with humility. Be open to collaboration, as well as learning and growing from your mistakes, so that your drive serves both personal goals and the well-being of others. Now, to bring us full circle, excellence is deeply tied to aligning your goals with your personal values. Achievements fueled by authentic pride, which comes from effort and growth, are more fulfilling than superficial accomplishments aimed at status or dominance. Mentors also play a vital role in helping define and pursue excellence by challenging you to realize your full potential. For example, when she was just 14 years old, the swimmer Katie Ledecky had a coach, Yuri Sugiyama, who pushed her to aim higher. Over a casual meal, Sugiyama asked her to name her biggest goal for the season. At first, she hesitantly said, "Make the Olympic team?" But he challenged her to aim higher. After some reflection, she boldly declared, "Win the Olympics." And that moment marked a shift in her mindset. Sugiyama, knowing her exceptional potential, pushed her just enough to adopt a vision of excellence she could fully embrace, without imposing his own ambitions on her. The following year, at 15, Ledecky not only made the U.S. Olympic team, but also won the 800-meter freestyle in a thrilling upset. Sugiyama's approach highlights the importance of a trusted mentor, a persuasive other, who helps refine your vision of excellence while respecting your unique potential. Who in your life challenges you to think bigger about what you're truly capable of achieving? Ultimately, success is about embracing the journey as much as the outcome. True excellence lies in preparation, resilience, and the lessons learned along the way. Sharing what you've learned with others also fosters a sense of community and collective growth, turning the pursuit of excellence into an inspiring experience for everyone involved. Your goals are within reach. Start today by taking that first meaningful step forward. The main takeaway of this Blink to Big Goals by Caroline Adams Miller is that the Bridge methodology guides you through 6 key stages to achieve meaningful goals. First, brainstorm your goals by reflecting deeply on what you want to accomplish, ensuring the goal aligns with your values and intrinsic motivation. Next, consider the people who can help you along the way and how you can build a supportive network while minimizing the influence of negativity. Then it's time to brainstorm creative strategies for achieving your objective. Consider the investments you'll need to make, such as time, money, or energy, and plan for potential obstacles, leaning on grit to push through challenges. Define excellence clearly so you can measure progress and maintain motivation. Finally, set a realistic timeline to guide your journey and move forward with focus and confidence. Okay, that's it for this Blink. We hope you enjoyed it. If you can, please take the time to leave us a rating. We always appreciate your feedback. Thanks for listening, and see you in the next Blink.